cool dog, man.
God, she's mad chill.
Yeah. Almost choked her giving all that order. It says we live, bro. Giving all that order. It says we live. Hill. Yeah. Sorry, bro. You got it, bro.
God, man, and like as we was going into, Jake is they're a bunch of diehard idol worshippers, man.
And then you don't, and then you wonder why the Lord. We don't wonder why, but then Jake wonder why the Lord ain't dealing with them. Right? Why they got people to ask questions? Even Ezra was asking questions. Lord, why you gonna destroy your people? Why? All these questions, which is cool because you wanted to know. Ain't nothing wrong with asking questions. But then the Lord gave him understanding via the angel. And he was like, look, seek out such as be as thyself, man. Be like unto thyself, meaning another man of the Lord, another believer.
That's right. Well, he was telling Ezekiel to look at what the people were doing, all that idol worship.
Can we get that?
That was
I wanted to get that last week, and that's the spirit. I'm glad you brought it up. The spirit. He's doing them looking a hole in the wall. Yeah, Jake was out of fucking order, bruh. And the same thing they do today. A lot of these people that notable people, the so-called nobles of the people on this sign right here, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, West Indians, and Haitians, Native Americans, a lot of them Jakes, what are they doing? They're doing evil, man. In the darkness, worshiping Satan, worshiping idols, which is still worshiping Satan. Because if you're not worshiping GMSHAWAII, you're worshiping Satan, a demon, right?
That's right.
And Satan is just the angel on the left-hand side. He's not to be worshipped for what? He worked for the man we work for. GMSHAWAII. You know what I'm saying? Even GMSHAWAII cuts his ass out. Like, bro, you ain't giving me shit. I made you, nigga. Yeah, I created you with the power of my Father. The scripture says, worship the Lord. I'm not gonna worship you. Fuck you, man. Go ahead, bro.
God, Ezekiel 8:1 at the subtitle it says vision of abominations in Jerusalem, or in the NLT it says idolatry in the temple. Ezekiel 8:1, and it came to pass.
Yeah, because Jake was doing wickedness in the temple. He even had. I'm sorry to cut you off, brother, but you had to do. What was it, Elliot? I don't think it was Elliot. It was one. I want to call him Eliezer. His two sons was doing straight up wickedness, man.
Oh yeah, sleeping with the.
Yeah, sleeping with fucking.
With the women.
With women inside the temple, like fuck it. And he knew they was doing it, and he ain't kill their ass, man. He let them live. He tried to talk them down, and then what the Lord ended up doing, the Lord, even though he was a man of the Lord had to kill him.
He made money too, extra offering.
You know how niggas do.
Like
anytime a nigga because judgment against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil. Yeah. And what ended up happening to that guy, man? He had to fall on his neck and die. He died.
His sons got killed too.
Yeah, they had to go. Nigga, you can't keep a nigga like that. And you want to save a nigga like this? No, bro. Absolutely fucking not. All that this nigga talking about some Big U and Diddy. Fuck Diddy. And fuck Big U. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can't take that away from them, and you can't take that away from me. Hey, the Lord loved George Foreman. He loved him because he was rich. And he let fuck George Foreman, man. That nigga was a demon. And the Most High wasn't dealing with him.
That's right. A lot of Jakes, I mean, in South America, I mean, I'm sure here too with the Southern Kingdom, man. You know, these women, they have sons that go into drug dealing, they're hitmen and shit. Yep. And then they find out, and instead of fucking, putting them in jail like they're supposed to be, or death, they fucking condone it, like, go out there and God bless you, my son, and like, what, bitch? This motherfucker's a fucking demon. Like, what do you mean God bless this fucking?
It's the same with the black woman. The black woman do that shit too. She know her son Raheem, Ricky, and all them little niggas, Doughboy. They out there selling dope, shooting up niggas. But she likes the respect that her family gets. She likes the money that them kids is bringing in. She'll bail this nigga out of jail after he done committed all manners of wickedness. Mom got you. Your mom gonna hold you down. All your friends leave you, and your mom's there scared to foot the bill. You done robbed a bunch of niggas. You done shot at a bunch of your own kind. Hey, but that's why the scripture says all wickedness is but little to that of a woman. Women love wickedness, bro.
For real, bro.
If we was out a wicked nigga don't got no problems with dealing with multiple women, cause the bitch is cool with it. He a scammer. He a drug dealer. He's a nobody. He has no life. You love a nigga like that just so you can complain about him in the end, and then you say men ain't shit.
Yep.
Right? No, the men you deal with ain't shit. Right? You don't want an upstanding man. You don't want a man that tells the truth, the real truth. You don't want a man that sacrifices for his family. Right? By going to work, doing the right thing. Oh, that money too slow. You earn what? 50,000? No, you gotta earn 200,000. Like, in what world do you know? So first of all, you bitches don't even understand taxes. You making 200,000, you ain't bringing 200,000 home. You be lucky if you bring 150, 125. You lucky. Remember, they taking 40%. That's federal. Then whatever state you live in. But then the rest of the money he make, he got to spend it on you. You got to build you a big ass house. You got to live lavish. Right? Because what the scripture said that this is going to happen in the end. People are going to be lovers of themselves and lovers of money more than the Most High.
Especially the fucking women, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So when it comes to that evil, as long as he bringing that evil money in, these women will support it. And then now you want to get all religious. You praying over this nigga. He in a hospital, shot up 1,000 times. Niggas turn that motherfucker into smoke, and you praying over this nigga. Fuck out of here, bro. He should have been put to death, man. A long time ago. You got this nigga with tattoos. Nigga do time in prison. Crazy time in prison. Come home to your house. And you let the nigga in. And then I seen videos with the father. He didn't want to let him in. He's like, nah, but the mom, it's my baby, it's mi tío. I mean, mi bebito. All that other shit. Mi niño. And this nigga would do what? More wickedness.
More wickedness, yeah.
Even worse. And the father just sitting there like, man, he ain't got no power. And it'll show you that them Northern Kingdom niggas is simps too, bro. They super simped out for they women, bro. And they gonna die with them women. You don't accept that. You ain't supposed to accept your daughter being a whore. You ain't supposed to accept your son being a sodomite. I didn't see the video. I saw the thumbnail. Some nigga in a purple suit took his son to his gay son to the prom, and they crying and shit. Talking about something. This is a real man. Man, this is the world we live in.
It's crazy.
And you want to save a nigga like this? Absolutely not. He can't go. Hey, some people can't go. Hey, in this world, this places we can't go. We're like, they just tell us, hey, y'all ain't invited. All right, cool.
That's right.
Well, nigga, you ain't invited to getting up out of here. And we ain't in control of the invitations, so don't get mad at us. We just telling you what's going on. We already told you who on the list, the elect.
That's right.
If you ain't part of the elect, you ain't on the list. Hey, the scripture, what's the list? Can you get that precept in Daniel, the book of life, whose names are written in the book of life? Because not everybody's name is written in the book of life, man. You know what I'm saying?
In Daniel?
Yeah, I think it's in Daniel.
Well, Daniel 12:1, it's...
Yeah, that's it.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12.
And then we'll go back to Ezekiel too, that you had. Oh.
Daniel 12 verse 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince that standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation.
Yeah, and that's the type, that's Jacob's trouble. It's going to be worse than any time in which Israel had to endure. Right? That trouble is going to be so bad that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to have to come back, send the holy angels, because it's going to be terrible out here. And this is what we're warning you about. And what it is the wrath of the Lord. It's going to start with those that know that they're Israelites. Then it's going to go to 2/3. And in the mix of that, these heathen nations, they're going to be caught up in all of that. The Lord's going to use this devil, which is his sword, against his people. And it's well warranted, bro. You see what's going on amongst Jake right now, bro? You like, man, these niggas got to go.
Hell.
Absolutely, bro. Like, I'm not praying for these niggas. I'm never praying for them niggas.
For real.
All that shit. Pray for Tay. Pray for Shop Meat. Oh, pray for Maria, Jose. We're praying for. No, we're not praying for. First of all, them niggas are in the spirit world. Why the fuck I gotta pray for them? They're in a better place than me. They need to be praying for me. Hey man, I need some prayer. I need some help. We're hurting down here. Yeah. You got it, brother.
It says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Right, and everybody ain't written in the book of life right now. George Foreman wasn't written in the book of life. Big U ain't written in the book of life. R. Kelly, P. Diddy, all you niggas talk about the famous people. It's a lot of you niggas that ain't famous that ain't in the book. Walking around here every day, going to work, talking shit, doing nothing, wickedness, evil, all day, every day. Right? You niggas that was amongst the body, then you left to go find yourself. Old ass niggas went to go find yourself. You ain't written in the book, man. I don't care what you say. And not everybody that say Lord, Lord is not gonna be saved in that day. The Lord gonna look at you and say, be gone. I never knew you.
Depart from me.
Depart from me, you workers of iniquity, man. Because that's what niggas is doing. What is iniquity? Sin upon sin. Right? And then you doing things and you don't believe, just because you don't believe it ain't a sin, don't make it not a sin.
That's right.
Like we were just saying earlier, you know, Jake be like doing shit in their private life, they think that they ain't hurt nobody. Well, as long as I ain't hurt nobody, God is, you don't know the Most High.
That's right.
That ain't in the scriptures. Right? Here it is, you're supposed to be turned away from those ways. You're supposed to be made anew. You're supposed to be seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahushai 10 times more, because look at all the years you spent without him. And those years you did without him, we were doing nothing but wickedness in this world. So what the fuck you mean, bro? The little that the Lord is asking you to do is way better than the thousands of shit that you did when you was in the world. And all of the Lord asks you to do, telling you to do, is keep his commandments. And not just the law, statutes, and commandments, but what he tell you to do. Be instant out of season. Preach the word, teach the word. Be ready to teach. Right? Praise his name. Right? Jake don't even want to do that. You got it, bro.
This real quick, Revelation 3:5 says, he that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life.
He that overcometh, but you got to overcome what? The world.
That's right.
The world of Israel. This world, the world of the heathen. Go ahead, brother.
Well, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels.
Because Yahushua knows us.
That's right.
He's like, hey, that's mine. That's one of mine right there. You simply gave him to me, Lord. I'm gonna kill him. Just like we confessing Yahweh Bashim Yahushua name to the world. Yahushua is confessing our name to the Father, because that's where it matters. Right? We go off. We repent. We seek the Lord. Hey, Yahushua hear them prayers, man. The angels hear them prayers, man. They take them to him. They take it to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, bro. And he hit, all right, man. I got you. I ain't gonna pull the trigger all the way on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chastise him, but it's gonna make him better. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna destroy him though, because hey, this one of mine. And in this world, everybody see, like, so many people know that they're Israelites. You got all these different Israelite groups out there, and the truth is being shown that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is working with Great Millstone, starting with the apostles and the bishop elders, man, and the brothers on down, such as our elders and brothers, even ourselves, man. We ain't coming up out of the woodworks with none of these words that we're saying. These are Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's words, right? So it's a lot of confusion going on around there. But then you're starting to see the Lord exposing these groups. Hey, this dude, yeah, they ain't right. They lacking this. They ain't giving you the whole 100% truth. Their leaders out there exploiting you financially.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, these dudes are, seeking acceptance from the world, man.
Yeah.
And we seeking acceptance from Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
Back in the book of Ezekiel 8 and verse 1, it says, and it came to pass. Ezekiel 8 and 1, it says, and it came to pass in the 6th year, in the 6th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I sat in mine house, and the elders of Judah set before me, Ezekiel 8 and 1, and the elders of Judah set before me, that the hand of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai fell there upon me. Then I beheld, and lo, a likeness as the appearance of fire, from the appearance of fire, of his loins even downward fire, and from his loins even upward as the appearance of brightness, as the color of amber. And he put forth the form of a hand, and took me by a lock of mine head, and the Spirit lifted me up between the earth and the heaven, and brought me in the vision of the Most High to Jerusalem, to the door of the inner gate that looked toward the north, where was the seat of the image of jealousy, which provoked to jealousy. And behold, the glory of the Heavenly Father, or behold, the glory of the power of Israel was there, according to the vision that I saw in the plain. Then said he unto me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now the way towards the north. So I lifted up mine eyes the way towards the north, and behold, northward at the gate of the altar this image of jealousy in the entry. He said furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do? Even the great abomination that the house of Israel committeth there, that I should go far off from my sanctuary? But turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations. And
I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
And he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. Then said he unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. And he said unto me, Go in and behold the wicked abominations that they do here.
Yeah, you see, so they were doing it in a hidden place. They were worshiping idols in a hidden place. And why do people hide when they're doing things? Because they know that it's bad, it's evil, it's wrong, it's not right. Right? And Ezekiel was part of the southern kingdom during the time of the Babylonian captivity. And this is what Judah was doing. Not just Judah, but all Israel was doing it. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 10, so I went and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things, and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the walls round about.
Yeah, Ezekiel was a Levite too. I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
No, and I was gonna say, and what do you see in Jake? In their churches, in their houses, the same thing. A bunch of abomination in their kitchens, and they have the Northern Kingdom, the lucky bunny paws and shit in the crib, and a bunch of bullshit, man. Like trinkets that supposedly are gonna bring you good fortune and health and all this bullshit, instead of praying to the Lord. And then you got what? All the idols in the wall, man. You got Chesapeake Borgia everywhere. You got saints and all the Virgin Mary. It says, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about.
And you still got that today in the southern kingdom. All them different idols that Jake worshiping. Whether it's Jesus Christ, Allah, Barack Obama, Martin Luther King.
All that Kemet shit.
All that, oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, that's right. You can't forget that shit, because niggas are still into that. That my aunt shit. I know this chick that I used to deal with back in the day. And she's into that shit now, bro. And you can't tell her nothing. I told her about the truth. She can't hear none of that shit. It's all about my aunt with this chick, bro. It's all about my aunt with this shit. My aunt and Egypt and all this other shit. And niggas really think that that's wisdom, bro. She asked me questions about like numerology and shit, and what this mean, what that mean. It don't mean shit right now because it ain't important.
That's right.
I mean, numbers are important, but I mean, at this point, we talk about the things that are really pressing, man. And she ain't trying to hear it. I was like, it's cool, you know what I mean? I'll leave it at that. Like, I know it ain't for no woman, but like you said, that Kemet shit. Niggas is still into that Kemet shit. You got these fucking hucksters like Dr. Umar Johnson running around here, piping up the black woman, talking about some black queens forever, snow bunnies never. You fucking crazy, nigga. I'll take a snow bunny forever over a black queen never. Fuck that. But that's what they into. Like, but that shit ain't never freed you niggas. All that shit about Pan-Africanism is dead. That shit died with Kwame Nkrumah.
That's right.
That shit died with what's that nigga name? John Henry Clark, man. Fucking Sheikh Anta Diop. That shit is dead. All that dashiki wearing shit, bro, that shit is over, bro. Niggas ain't trying to go back to Africa, bro. If they were, you can go anywhere today. I don't never hear like, yo, we going back to, we taking 3,000 people back to Africa. We going to Ghana. We gonna have a good time in Kenya. Never, nigga. Niggas go there thinking that they have a contact with their ancient history and your ancestors. Your ancestors is like, nigga, they shaking their head at you like, nigga, what you doing, bro? Why are you doing that?
That's right.
All that love affair with Africa is dead. Kemet been died a long time ago.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that nigga, what's his name? Shaka Amos with the ponytail. You might not have seen him. This is
The
before your
bold dude
time.
that had the long
The lock on it.
ponytail?
Yeah, that one lock on his side of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga. He's out of there. I remember when he tried to come up to the camp, and Elder Bishop Rob had through the spirit, man. They was like, hey, they ran that nigga off the block. He ran him off the street. So the spirit of the Lord ran him up the street because he wasn't right, bro. That Egypt shit, hey, Egypt never. We were slaves in Egypt, bro.
Yep.
We were slaves in Babylon. We were slaves in Rome. We were slaves in the Hellenistic period, during the Hellenistic period. Right? We were slaves. Okay. Down. 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 We were in captivity here. But niggas is worshiping their captivity. And those that had them in it all the way down. They had them they worshiping that shit. And nobody wants to go back to Israel. Like everybody like it's like, oh man, nah. Like we was kings and nah, nigga, we was not kings in Egypt, bro. I mean, you had the Hyksos dynasty, but they ain't last too long. And then what? We had to get up out of there because it was hell. The Lord ain't gonna just deliver you because, you know, you uncomfortable. It's a problem. And the problem was them heathen was ruling over us with an iron fist, like they doing today. The modern pharaoh today is the so-called white man. And so here it is, you worshiping these idols from these dead periods. Egypt been long gone and dead. The people that live in Egypt today don't even worship them idols, bro. They're like, what, Gab, and what? They making money off you niggas going back there to see the shit. You and the white man. Them camel jockeys, they out there getting you niggas. Charge you niggas exorbitant amounts of fees to look at dead walls, man.
That's right.
The only ones that really get to worship them idols on a high level is Esau, Edom at the top. Them elites. Right? And that shit ain't, it's dead, bro. It's over. Now, I saw some shit they try to play, and niggas believe anything now because they got this AI shit. They talking about something underneath of the pyramids is a whole structure.
Oh and some pillars with copper and some bullshit.
So, shit. So I saw the shit, right? I was like, wait a minute. It kind of looked real, but then I looked at it like, nigga, this is AI. And it's terrible, too. It's like a video game. But niggas out there believe that, oh, they really believe that it's a real camera shit. Like, look, it's, first of all, underground, all that dirt and all the atmosphere underground and shit is all fucked up. You trying to tell me that it's some shiny-ass brass just sitting there. First of all, if it was anything under them pyramids, Esau snatched it.
Hell yeah.
He don't play that shit. You see what they'll put that shit in a museum or in a private collection. A lot of them artifacts that they found from the ancient world are in private hands, bro. Mainly the super elite.
That's right.
Why the fuck would they show your ass? And what purpose does it serve today? It's just to get you, Jake, off the path to righteousness. That's a strong delusion. Egyptology, strong delusion. That shit from the ancient world before Columbus and them came over to the Americas is ancient history. I don't know, you got them Jakes that's trying to keep that shit alive, but it's very few.
Yep. And they're bugged out. Like you start listening to them and it's like, what the fuck these motherfuckers talking about, man?
Yeah, a bunch of shaman and shit.
Yeah. And it's like those dudes that speak about the Anunnakis and shit, the tablets from I forgot the name of that bullshit. But
it's not even important. That's how bad. That's how unimportant that shit is. Because it's not gonna help you. Like that nigga Dame Dash got a clothing line called Anunnaki. Nobody's wearing that shit.
Yeah, hell.
Ain't nobody buying that shit. You the only one to wear that shit, bro. Anunnaki sweatsuits. Oh no, because they had giants back in the day, and then. You niggas don't understand the scriptures. That Anunnaki shit was made up, bro.
That's right.
Ain't never been no Anunnaki. Yeah. That Edomite, that crazy looking Edomite. He made that shit up, and you niggas fell for it.
Like some old ass Edomite, I don't know, was the only guy that could translate supposedly these tablets.
Some tablets with the Anunnaki writing on it, and you niggas fell for it. Hooks, line, hey, the simple believes every word.
That's right.
And nobody on this earth more simple than a nigga. Right. A nigga and a spigger. Dude, them two motherfuckers, they'll believe anything. As long as it ain't the truth.
God.
You got it, bro.
Back in Ezekiel 8 and 11, it says, and there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel, and in the midst of them stood Jessaniah, the son of Shaphath, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up.
I was about to say, them incense is prayers. They were praying to these idols, using incense. Yep. And that's why the Lord said it's a smoke in his nose. He don't like that scent, man. Who the fuck? What is this? Go ahead.
Verse 12, it says, then said he unto me, son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark?
Yeah, what they do in the dark, because they think they get away with it. Right? Just like them, your so-called Boule members, the elite black and Latino members of these organizations. They do that shit in the dark. They ain't doing that shit wide open so you can see it. Cause it's only for them to get that, to draw that wicked power. That's right. They don't want you niggas doing, you low levels doing it, you low levels doing it, which you shouldn't be doing it at all. But this is what they do in the dark. Go ahead.
Every man in the chambers of his imagery, for they say, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai seeth us not.
Yep, that's what they say. They say that the Lord don't see him, like the Lord is blind. Like, nigga, are you crazy? The eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, nigga. The fuck? Right. Beholding all things that the man is doing on this earth. Ain't nothing you can hide from the Lord, bro. Go ahead.
It says, the Lord seeth us not, the Lord has forsaken the earth.
Yeah.
And that's what, that's Jake's attitude, man. They see the condition they're in and they're like, well, God doesn't care. Or they see how they prosper in this world doing wickedness. And it's like, well, I'm not being judged, so fuck it. That don't matter no more.
Yeah.
And that's why, again, Christianity, Catholicism, these other religions, they allowed you to do wickedness, man. And this is why Jake flocks to it, because it's like, oh, well, fuck it. God really doesn't, he doesn't care about these things because he's all love.
Yeah.
And that's far from the truth, man.
When somebody thinks, nobody fears a person or a thing that's all love.
That's right.
You just get over on them. It's Isaiah 30:1. Oh, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's like it. Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to rebellious people, Shalakia. Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that take counsel but not of me, that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And the NLT, it says, what sorrow awaits my rebellious children? And you, Jake, you about to be in extreme sorrows, man.
That's right.
Saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you make plans that are contrary to mine. You make alliances not directed by my spirit. They making these alliances with these idols.
That's right.
Right? Thus piling up your sins. And that's what you Jakes are doing. You don't realize it. You piling up your sins with all that idolatry and wickedness and evil. And see, back in the day, you Jakes, you'll hear something that you thought you deemed as new. You'll listen to it, you flop to it. But when the truth came out, man, you Jakes, you stayed away from that. You had different, down, leave it, down. Okay, you ran to it because it was the newest thing. But this truth, man, it's something you stay away from. you despise it. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 13, Ezekiel 8 and 13. He said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Then he brought me to the doors of the gate of the Lord's house, which was towards the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz.
Yep, weeping for Tammuz, another idol.
Then said he unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these.
You think that's bad? Watch this. And we get in Salakia, brother. And we get the peer into a window from time to time. It's called the internet.
That's right.
That black mirror, man. You turn your black mirror on, it's all kinds of wickedness on it. And you like, what the fuck, man? People doing nothing but extreme evil, bro. And loving it. But then as soon as something happened to you, like that nigga Big U, as soon as that nigga's about to get locked up, he had to go turn himself in, he gonna tell me some y'all pray for me. Pray for you? I'm not praying for you, nigga. That nigga Javis might pray for you, but I ain't praying for you. Fuck you, nigga. We ain't praying for you, nigga. You fucking extortioner, murdering ass nigga. Thieving ass nigga.
Yo.
Bald headed, beard shaving ass nigga. Fuck you, man. You 60 Crip ass niggas. Fuck all them niggas. Them niggas are nothing but despot niggas that need to be wiped off the planet, bro. A nigga like that nigga need to go. And that's why the Lord gonna have that nigga stuck in the can when the nuclear missiles come out, man.
That's right. Then
he ain't gonna get a chip to come out of that house, man. If you do, you still gonna die, nigga. Your whole family gonna die, nigga. All that. The joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, man. And those dudes were hypocrites, man. He was stealing state money, talking about it was going to a non-profit organization, taking the money and putting it in his own account, living off of that shit. Talking some the feds. He said the first thing this nigga said was, "I ain't do nothing." You see what they do to a black man that try to help his community, nigga. Please, man. All y'all niggas is on No Jumper, telling on each other, on Vlad, telling on each other. You know what I mean? You were happy, doting in the murderers and the thievery that you was doing, showing up like, oh yeah, it's me. Ain't no like Elder Muatas, I hate this nigga. He said them niggas got motherfuckers thinking that California is LA, man. Got motherfuckers scared to go somewhere, talking about some checking in. I ain't checking in this shit. I ain't going nowhere where these niggas is at. Anytime I visit anywhere outside of this state, man, we going somewhere where the brothers is at, bruh.
That's right.
Where the brothers is at. And I'll be glad to check in to one of them brothers. Hey, brother, I'm in your town. Just in case. I was in Florida, somewhere in Florida. I still checked it. I made the phone call. Hey, brother, hey, I'm up here. I know ain't no brothers up here, but I'm up here, bro. Say, hey, you need anything, brother? We got you, bro. All right, cool. Why do you about I ain't need that? Just in case. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be safe out here, bro. But outside of that, we ain't going where you niggas is at. That's why motherfuckers laughed at you. That nigga Schoolboy Q was laughing at niggas checking in. He said, why you coming to LA? Checking in to who? To this nigga. This nigga got enemies that want to kill him. Why you checking in to him? A nobody. He's like, oh, just go have fun, go to your hotel, get some food, have fun, and leave, nigga.
That's right.
Why you want to go to fucking Normandy and Western, Compton? Because you heard Kendrick rapping about Kendrick ain't even in Compton. That nigga's in New York living his best life. Anywhere these niggas talk about being, none of them niggas want to be there.
Yeah.
None of them rapping. You can never go to Philly and you gonna find Meek Mills on 21st and Burks. He's not gonna be up there. He might be in the city, but he's going somewhere where you niggas ain't. Cause he know that he show his face up on Burke Street, they gonna get him. Niggas is hungry out here. And bitches too. Right? You ain't never gonna see Jay-Z don't go to Marcy.
Hell no.
Cough up a lung where I'm from, Marcy, son. Ain't nothing nice. Who wants to go here? I got a cough up a lung? He already told you it's nothing nice there. He don't go there. Ain't no Marcy Project party. They don't have no Marcy Day sponsored by Jay-Z and Rock Nation. You niggas are stupid. Niggas actually go to Marcy thinking that he's there. A billionaire in a project. Only an idiot will be in Marcy. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you niggas are idiots, bro. You the same people that call them numbers off of the movies, man. The 555 numbers, bro. Yeah, you'll call it to see if they're gonna pick up.
Works.
Idiot. Yeah, but like I said, and that's why the Lord got to get rid of these niggas. Man, you be surprised how many terrible Jakes is out there, bro.
Yeah. It says, verse 16, and he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men with their backs towards the temple of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and their faces towards the east, and they worshiped the sun towards the east.
Sun worshipers, man. They got that, and that was Babylon. Them Babylonians. Can you type in Google where the Babylonian sun worshipers, where the ancient Babylonian sun worshipers, not ancient Babylonians, the Neo Babylonian Empire, were they sun worshipers?
It says, well, while the Neo-Babylonians had a complex pantheon including deities associated with the sun, their primary focus was on Marduk, or the national god of Babylon, rather than solely on the sun worship. It says Shamash, the sun god. In Mesopotamian religion, Shamash was a prominent solar deity representing the sun and associated with justice and law.
Yep. So yeah, they were sun worshipers, but they weren't primary sun worshipers, but they were. And Jake got into that too. Right? Let me see. Did the Neo-Babylonians worship Tammuz? Hold on. And Jake was doing this shit before they got there. It said, yes, the Neo-Babylonians, like earlier Mesopotamian cultures, did worship Tammuz, and so did Jake. So what was Jake doing? Picking up these idols, worshiping them in secret, thinking that Yahweh Bashim Shai wasn't going to see them. And what ended up happening? You got judged.
That's right.
And then and my man Edris, he was living during that time too. He's like, 30 years I was here, and these people do worse than we do. But see, the Lord ain't dealing with them other nations. He's dealing with his people.
That's right. And you know, because they found themselves captives and being oppressed and shit because being separate from these other nations, you know, these nations hated that you know, I believe there's a precept in Wisdom of Solomon that says his ways are of another fashion, higher than ours, roughly paraphrasing. You know, these nations saw our the scriptures, and they looked at us like, what the fuck? They think they better than us, which we are. Through the Spirit, the Israelites are above all nations, man. You know, but they saw it, and what they do, they oppressed us even more, man. So Jake saw that and was like, damn, we being oppressed crazy, man. Let's just fucking worship their idols so that we could live in peace. You know, and this is what Jake is doing today, man. You trimming your ways to seek love from this world, to seek acceptance from all these other nations, man. You know, Jake go lives in fucking in any other fucking country, man, and you start taking onto their culture, man. You know, whether it be here in Hawaii, you know, you see Jake, Northern and Southern Kingdom, clinging onto the Polynesian culture. They go to Japan and they get into the Japanese culture, man. Wherever Jake goes, you don't want to be your own people, man. You want to be these other nations.
Salakia, bro. Was it?
In Wisdom of Solomon, I believe, or it might have been.
Is it Wisdom of Solomon 15? It says, "For a man made them, and he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them, but no man can make a god like unto himself."
No, I think it's in Wisdom of Solomon where it speaks like,
I just typed in fashion.
Wisdom of Solomon.
He is grievous unto us, even behold, for his life is like another man, and his ways are another fashion. Is that it?
Yeah, I think it's in that same chapter. What is that?
Wisdom of Solomon 2:15. I'll start at 2:10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean and he is a clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressing of our education. He prophesieth to have leave it. Come here. Here. Leave it. Salakia. He prophesieth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he called himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. Was that it?
Con. And then verse 16, it says, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his father. You see, and these nations, when they took us captive, they saw our scriptures, and they was like, oh, let's see if these, if they truly are gonna be defended by their God, And like you mentioned earlier, the Lord delivered us when they started oppressing us harder and harder, and the righteous of our people cried unto Yahweh Shemawashah, because there was a lot of Jakes that were with the ways of the heathens, man.
Yep.
In Egypt and Babylon, all the captivities we were under, there was wicked Jakes that said fuck you, let's just live like the heathens.
Mm-hmm.
Because they offer them better positions, high high positions, leadership amongst their people,
and they got those temporary blessings.
That's right.
From doing that shit. But ultimately, what it ended up doing, it became a snare unto Jake. That's why the scripture says the devising of idols
is the beginning.
Is the beginning and is the beginning and end of all evil, man. Right, and it became a snare in the sight of our people. Can you get that precept where it said that's why it's going to be a visitation on all the idols? It's going to be a visitation on all those idols. When Yahweh Shai come back, all those idols are going to be destroyed. Every last one of them. From the Christ of the Andes, to the Christ, the Redeemer, to the Buddha statues, to all of that shit. All these idols, all these things that you worship out in the open and in the dark.
That's right.
Right? They're going to be done away with. Right? And if you don't worship Yahweh Bashem Awashai, you're going to be destroyed. Point blank simple, bro. Ain't no man going to sit up in a dark place and come up with an idol and have people worshiping that shit. Muhammad, dead. Done away with. Allah, destroyed. Dead. Done away with. Because they're dead anyway. They're not living. You walk around that cobblestone with the vagina on the corner, kissing it and screaming and yelling, yelping, trying to get to it. Right? Just losing your fucking mind, bro. Yeah, they do. People be dying to get to that shit, bro. Literally.
To the Pope too.
Yeah. Oh, can't forget that nigga. He's gonna get burnt the fuck up. Right? Hey, he tried to give up this. He tried to give up the ghost last week. The Lord was like, nope, I don't want him right now. I'm gonna get his ass. Not right now, though. I'm gonna get him. Right? They thought he was gonna die. They come rolling this nigga out on a fucking wheelchair to show that he's still alive, so people can yell and celebrate it. But not realizing he's a super pedophile and death would be too good for you right now.
Right.
You're gonna have to die a grievous death, and it's coming. And that whole church, that whole idolistic church called the Catholic Church is gonna be destroyed, along with all these Christian denominations. They're gonna fall right along with it.
Right.
All your celebrities that you idolize, your Jay-Z's, your Kim Kardashians, your Kanye West, they're gonna burn. They're gonna die. They're gonna burn in Babylon. The niggas ain't making it out of here. don't give a fuck if they got a passport to another country. Like Samuel Jackson got a passport. He's a guy. I think he's like a Gabon citizen or some shit.
Oh, God.
So when they know that all hell break loose, what they gonna do? They gonna run to Africa. Yeah. You can run, nigga, but you can't hide.
That's right.
Your ass is gonna die. You and your fucking ugly ass wife, Denzel Washington, his ugly ass wife, Magic Johnson, his ugly ass wife, and that fucking sodomite of a son that he has. He gonna die. He gonna be fucking burnt the fuck up. Him in his leather boots.
That's right.
All your idols are gonna be destroyed. All of them. Go ahead, brother.
This Wisdom of Solomon 14 and verse 11. It says, "For therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High they are become an abomination, a stumbling block to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise."
And that's Jake. That's Jake. Right? Those idols made our people take their heart away from Yahweh Shai and go straight. And they became a stumbling block in the sight of the creature of man. Not every man. I'm talking about the Israelite man. We was never supposed to worship those idols, man. We was never supposed to do that shit. Bow ourselves down to some shit somebody just made the fuck up. Just pulled out their ass one day. And because the nigga's an artisan, so now you say, oh, let's worship this fucking elephant with arms. The fuck?
For real, bro.
Hey, when you realize it, you realize how dumb it was. And that's why Paul said in 1 Corinthians 12 and 11, real quick.
What's that? 1 Corinthians
12 and 11. I'm sorry, 12 and 11. 12 and 1. Salakia, 12 and 1.
1 Corinthians 12 and 1, it says, "Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led."
Yeah, and that's what made us Gentiles, even to this very day. Because you worshiping these idols, there's a certain rituals that come with that shit. Right? And where they come from, these other nations. That's why Jake went head first into Hellenism. That's why Timothy father was like, I am a Greek, and I don't play that shit. So you can see your monkey ass back to Africa if you want to. No, that came from the school days, but Timothy father did say he was a Greek. He preferred being a Hellenized Greek or a Hellenized Israelite over being an Israelite. Okay? Sorry, what was you reading?
In Ezekiel 8?
No. What you just read?
1 Corinthians.
Yeah. So these dumb idols is what made us Gentiles. The water. Y'all about to shut the water, brother. It made us Gentiles. Right? And now you got Jake in the Gentile spirit. That's why we were talking about Jake is all in that African shit.
That's right.
That what's that Kemet shit. Right? Now a nigga really believe he's an Egyptian. But then we toss your ass over there with them Egyptians is really living there right now in northern and southern Sudan. You niggas be trying to get the fuck up out of there. We toss your ass in the middle of Ethiopia. You niggas be trying to get out of there. Well, wait a minute. I thought the Ethiopian were the real people. Niggas quick to say that Africa is the beginning of us all. Talking about Africa is the real Israel. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Have you been to Africa? Absolutely not. Toss a nigga in the middle of fucking funky ass Africa. You niggas be trying to get the fuck up out of there. I'm not one of them. Get me back to America. I don't want to be here. Right? Fucking red eyes, that pale, that ashy ass skin. Motherfuckers buck naked running around doing that you bangy dance and shit. You be like, nah, bruh. I want to get out there eating raw meat. I mean, straight up raw. They just killed the monkey and start eating his brains.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, they just start eating his brains right there on the spot.
I was like, damn.
Niggas ain't even heated up. Niggas ain't even heated up, bro. They just start eating it. These niggas ain't trying to go there. They send a nigga to China. You niggas is all into the fucking Buddha, walking on fire and shit. All right, nigga, send your ass in a Manchu Picchu land, and you can't understand none they fucking saying, man. You up in Ching Chong land, they cutting fucking rats,
eating dog.
I'll be scared for my little one, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna eat my dog. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Oh, you hungry. That's good. I make it really good for you. No, nigga. But I'm saying that's what make Jake becoming little Gentiles.
That's right.
And that's the problem. That's where we at today. I mean, but then you attribute that to the natural Gentiles, to the straight up heathens. right? Look at these little heathens running around here, acting like good old Edomites, Americans, man. Dressed like Americans, they are. They dress like Americans. They're acting like Americans. They're talking like them. They're playing like them, but not realizing they're fucking heathens. These are the same motherfuckers. These are grass eaters, right? These are fucking men. These are flesh eaters right here, bro. Man flesh eaters, bro. Straight up, man. And it don't take them that long to revert back to that base mentality.
That's right.
They go hungry for a day or two, it's a wrap. Them kids is getting ate. They eating each other up tomorrow. I'm getting a mana from them. I don't want no fucking mana. Mana and terror.
For real.
Man eaters, bro. Straight up, man. These people, and then you got Jake that's amongst them. They actually think they like The Rock. He really think he is Samoan.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Because his big nose ass fucking mother, her Japhetic looking ass, you know what I'm saying? She got some BBC and got knocked the fuck up. Now this nigga running around here talking that Samoan haka shit. That shit don't scare nobody, bro. All that fucking foaming at the mouth, all this haka chaka, nigga. Boom! Shoot that nigga in the face, bro. Get him off the earth, bro. Throw a lightning bolt in his fucking chest. Get him out of here, bro. Nobody's scared of that shit.
That's right. Yeah, they was doing a protest. I don't know. I think it was in Australia or some shit, or New Zealand, and the cops was just looking at them like, "Yo, we would fucking shoot you in the face, bro."
Right now, go ahead and act like you're gonna charge us. Go ahead and act like you're gonna charge the cops, and they gonna wipe your fucking Japhetic ass up off the earth, nigga. Quick. That shit don't scare nobody. That might have scared the nigga back in the day. Like, what the fuck? They got tattoos on their chin. The bitches, they be having their eyes all bulged out of their head like, all that crazy shit. Man, smack the shit out that bitch, bro. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Fuck out of here. Fuck you, your religion, and your culture, nigga. We don't respect none of that shit.
That's right.
Y'all don't respect ours. Why we gotta respect yours?
That's right.
The heathen are nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's get that real quick. And I hate the heathen, bro. I really do. I be bearing with these motherfuckers, and they can see I don't like them. I don't give a fuck. You don't like us, bro. Why we gotta like you and you less than us, bro?
That's right. Second Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 54. It says, "And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake."
The world was made for the sake of the Israelites, chiefly the elect of Israel.
That's right.
The world was not made to be an oasis for the heathen. The world was not made to be an oyster for the heathen. The heathen were made for our sake. They were made to serve us. We weren't made to serve them. This is the reason why we in such a low condition today. Because we end up doing that. We end up serving them when they were supposed to be our servants and handmaids. Jake get a piece of hot pussy from one of these fucking heathen women, and then now you worshiping fucking Tammuz. Now you worshiping fucking Moana. Some wild shit.
That's right.
Losing your mind for get you some hot Edomite ass. Now you worshiping that fucking Quaz, Barry Manilow. You know what I mean? Just losing our mind, bro. Go ahead.
That's right. It says, verse 56, "As for the other people which also come of Adam."
Yeah, because all these people that are on the earth came out of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, one of Noah's 3 sons. Right? Let's see what the Lord say about them.
"As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing."
They are nothing. And they don't like to hear that. But they call us nothing. Oh, you're just a slave. You're nothing but a wetback.
Right.
You're an immigrant.
That's
Right? You don't belong here. Get out of here. Go back to where you come from. Not realizing, nigga, these lands belong to us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everything belongs to
I'm about to say
Israelites.
that. Why the brother? That's called synergy. You feeding off each other. That's right, brother.
That's right. Yeah, I was. They had a bunch of shit going on in Kona.
Yeah.
That they had ICE out there taking Issachar and, well, mostly Issachar. But yeah, I went on the comment boards and it was a bunch of Japhetic motherfuckers like, yeah, get them out of here and this and that. They overstaying it. Like, motherfucker, but when Esau came here and took all your shit, you didn't fight back. You don't say nothing to them.
You a straight up bitch. You took that Christianity and held fast to that shit, bruh. Now y'all niggas is Latter-day Saints, Mormons, Catholics, Episcopal. Right. You ain't do shit.
Worshipping Esau.
The motherfucking Edomites. Y'all niggas couldn't even swim in your own fucking water down there in Waikiki. It was whites only down there, bro.
That's right.
But see, it didn't last because y'all ain't us. That shit lasted for a little bit, but not that long.
That's right.
Esau came here and took the best of your fucking land, bro, and looked down on you. You was wearing grass skirts and shit. You was eating each other, right? You had the titties out, right? Motherfuckers walking around here with loincloth on.
That's right.
But you don't tell Esau to go where he go back to, where he belong. You might hear how old he is, how old he that, but y'all don't be going hard on him like that. Y'all ain't push their ass up out of here.
That's right.
But as soon as you see Jake, you jump on Esau's bandwagon. Now you call us. We overstayed our welcome. How can we overstay something when it belonged to us? Y'all were pushed here. Y'all niggas was shipwrecked and y'all found the Pacific, bro. Because Esau pushed you out of Europe. You was shipwrecked. That's how you found Australia. Then you couldn't stay there too long, so you kept going. Then you found the rest of the Polynesian Isles. Then you made up all these dumbass stories about how the mountain's a big ass dragon and fucking the volcano was a bitch named Pele. Right? You created these fucking rituals and shit.
That's right.
That's what you did. And then Esau found your bitch ass over here. Took your kings and and brought them to their knees, man. Put them in economic debt to the white man. So they couldn't do shit. Right. Fuck out of here, bro. Y'all, that's why we don't fuck with you nations, bro. And the Most High don't. You know what you're gonna be in our kingdom? Slaves, man.
That's right.
For eternity, nigga. Except when after the hardcore portion is over, we're gonna start paying you. But you're still gonna be a servant.
Tributary.
You're gonna be servants and handmaids, man. Slaves, man. It's just servant is just a fancy word for a slave, man. That's all. Hey, we're slaves in this economy. Jake go out and get money, and you working for Esau's society. You pushing Esau's agenda. Y'all gonna be pushing our agenda, righteousness in the kingdom of heaven, man. And it's enough for y'all to go around too. And if it ain't enough, we're gonna make more. Right. See, Esau wanna cut all the people out, not us. Keep making them. Baby making machines, bro. We're gonna take the best of your women, they're gonna be our concubines. Right? Just to make you feel better, lesser wives, bro. Them bitches better ever hop up in their mind think they're gonna commit adultery against one of us. Bitch, right. What? Who? We'll end your line for that shit. We'll end you and then end your line. Oh, don't go to that, guys. They breed adulterers. Hey, matter of fact, get him up off here. Send that nigga to the mine somewhere. On one of the other brothers' planets. He can't stay here. It's gonna be raw, bro. See, we're gonna have that. That's a royal mentality, bro.
That's right.
And it ain't like we're gonna be abusing you just to be for this. No. You ain't gonna be worth shit, but hey, we still gonna give you some dignity. You know?
That's right. You're gonna live in righteousness, man.
You're gonna be forced to live in righteousness.
That's right.
And it's a good thing. Righteousness is a good thing, bro. It's really good.
Man. Well, the scriptures say when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Everybody be mourning. You know, and the crazy thing is that these nations, you know, that, like as the scriptures say, we're gonna keep on reading, you know, that have ever been reputed as nothing, they exalt themselves over us, bruh. Mm-hmm. You know, even if they the lowest of the low.
Yeah, look at Esau. He's the basis of men. Leave it.
That's right.
Leave it. He's the basis of men. And this dude exalt himself extremely high over us, man. Yeah.
Back in 2nd Esdras 6 and 56, it says, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle.
And you don't rate spit. I was watching an old school video of the bishop elder, with apostle elders and the bishop elders on 34/7, and Bishop Elder tells the doc about what's going on here. He's like, Tui, they're spit. They're like spit. They're nothing. And then I saw another one with the apostle was cussing out a Moabite who was dealing with a Judite woman. Right? Just going off. And you could tell the spirit wasn't on this dude at all. He wasn't in defense mode or nothing. Because he's a heathen. Real quick, brother, this is the brother Salvation of the Elect posted Genesis 27:29. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be everyone that blesseth thee.
That's right, man. And that's, what we're going to receive in the kingdom, man. We're going to receive what? The heathens as our inheritance.
Yeah, that's that blessing. That's part of our blessing. And Esau don't want us to get that. He want us to serve him. Right? These nations don't want us to get that. They want us to serve them. Can you imagine? Ugh. Right? That's what they want. But these nations, and that's why they're gonna be cursed. They're gonna have to live with these curses forever. Yep. They're gonna have to live with these curses forever. Like we are. Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
Deuteronomy 30 and verse 7, and it reads, "And Yahweh, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee."
And that's all these nations. That's all these nations. All these nations. Are you done in the address?
No.
Okay. All these nations, they hate us, man. And so these curses that we're living on today, they're gonna have to live through that. Elder Apostle Hart said today, and we're gonna split their families up too, just like they split ours up.
That's right.
We ain't gonna do no wild wickedness shit like y'all did to us, but hey, expect your families to be split up. And you ain't just gonna go to one little small plantation in a state away. Motherfuckers going to a whole nother planet. You're never gonna see your people again. Good. Right. Good. And those curses gonna be on you forever. So you're never gonna be able to do right. Y'all always gonna fuck up. Y'all always gonna be under us. And the scripture says what we gonna be the head and y'all gonna be the tail. Right. Just like in this society, we the tail and not the head. He said, we shall lend to them and they shall not lend to us. In this world, who the bankers? The white man. Oh, sorry, baby. Down. I'm sorry. Oh, you stuck on under. Down. Yeah. So we're going to be lending to these nations, bro. You got it, brother.
That's right. This is, back in 2nd Ezra 6 and finishing verse 56, it says, "Thou hast said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel."
So you get all excited and you see hear Esau say, "Oh, there's a billion Chinese, a billion East Indians," and everybody get excited like they have value. They are no value. That's nothing. In the kingdom of heaven, one small Israelite man, and when I say small, I don't mean in stature. I mean he might be not as famous as another Israelite, as the elect man, right? They're gonna be have billions of sons and daughters, bro.
That's right.
What the fuck? Who gets excited about a billion goops, man? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 57. "And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us."
And that's what they're doing. And that's why they're going to go into captivity. Jeremiah 30 and 7.
Jeremiah 30 and verse 7, it reads, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it."
I'm sorry, Jeremiah 33 and 16.
Jeremiah 33 and verse 16. "In those days shall Judah be saved, and
What's the one? I'm sorry, but that's my fault.
And those that devour you?"
Yeah. All that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, one of them shall go into captivity. Oh, it was 33 and 6.
30 and 16.
30 and 16,
Jeremiah 30 and verse 16, it says, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey."
Yeah, these nations, they preyed upon us, so the Lord's going to give them a prey unto us, because we are prey unto them.
That's right. And like you mentioned earlier, you had all these heathen nations, man, have Israel under captivity, and they all did evil against our people, man. All of them, every single one.
Everyone.
Chiefly, the nation of Edom, man.
Yeah.
So all of you gonna have to pay for all the atrocities you did to our people, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go. Revelation 13:9-10 says, "Any man that have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man." And that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting for you nations to get paid back for everything you've done to us. And the scripture says what? In 2 Thessalonians 1:6, seeing is it a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, man. And these nations have completely troubled us in every way. There's no way that there's not one way where these nations have not troubled us. And it ain't just this last captivity that we're in, but all the captivities. You nations gonna have to pay for all of that. Even when all them captivities we went off and the Lord put us in your hands for about 16, 17 years, guess what? Moab gonna pay for that shit. Ammon gonna pay for that shit. I remember that one Ammonite king, he said he wanted to take all our eyes out. All our right eyes out and make us cyclops. You know what I'm saying? That's how much he hated us, man. So guess what's gonna happen in the kingdom of heaven? There's gonna be a lot of Ammonite cyclops out there, except for the ones that look good. The Ammonite women, the Ammonites, we're gonna have children with.
That's right.
Outside of that, the rest of you motherfuckers gonna barely see. You think you can't see now with that fucking double layered eyelids you got? Shit. Try having that with cataracts and just one of them bitches working. You know what I'm saying? And they got cataracts, they got all that other shit.
For real.
You're a slave nation anyway.
Swollen eye from all the beating.
Oh yeah. And you know how you motherfucking get their eyes swollen shut? That eye gonna shut quick.
For real.
He gonna see nothing but black. And he only got one eye working. That's how bad it's gonna be, man. Thy heart shall meditate terror, man.
That's right.
You nations terrorize this, man.
That's right. And even now, man, you have Moab deep into that shit, Esau into organ harvesting and all that shit, bro. And what they do, they go down to where Jake lives at and they kidnap kids, young people, women, and what they do, they fucking cut them open and just leave them to die, man.
And you know they doing it to Jake. All them Jake women going missing, them Jake kids going missing, even in their nations.
God.
Right? Because Esau want the best. He don't just want any fucking, organ. He want the best organ. Y'all gonna pay for that shit. I got a precept, brother. Ezekiel 25:1. The word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai came again unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against the Ammonites, and prophesy against them, and say unto the Ammonites, Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because thou settest aha against my sanctuary when it was profane, and against the land of Israel when it was desolate, and against the house of Judah when they went into captivity. Behold, therefore I will deliver thee to the men of the east for a possession, and they shall set their palaces in thee, and make their dwellings in thee, and they shall eat thy fruit, and they shall drink thy milk, which is your wealth. Right? And who are the men of the east? Us. 12 tribes. Because when your nation stand up, y'all not just going to be left to govern yourselves. You're going to have kings. But guess what? They're going to have to answer to one of our kings. Right? One of our sons. One of our princes who's going to be kings. And they're going to have palaces in their land. And they're going to be ruling over their asses, man. Making sure they do the right thing, bro.
That's right.
And if they don't, they're going to get judged immediately. With the swiftest or harshest of judgments. Because see, ain't going to be no more grace. The grace is only for the Israelites. So you nations, you're going to be held to the fullest extent of the law.
That's right.
I am the law.
There's not gonna be no fucking defense lawyers, none of that.
None
bullshit,
of that. No
man.
court, no jails, prisons.
Right.
None of that. No sir.
You see a lot of these. Ammon. Speaking about Ammon, Ammon's always been tight with Esau, man.
Ammon and Moab.
Moab, kind. Mm-hmm. And they always, hand in hand with Esau's wickedness, man. And you see them out here. Well, we see them a lot here in Hawaii, man. But these motherfuckers are owners of a bunch of shit out here, bro. And they always exalting themselves over Jake. They look at Jake like a piece of trash. You know?
Yep.
And you motherfuckers is gonna pay for all that shit, bro.
Yep.
I fucking hate Moab and Ammon, bro. Like,
Yep.
and I always, I don't know why it always stuck in my mind, bro. I had a friend, he was an Asherite too, back in high school, junior high school. And he was like, I don't know, randomly, he just said it. He was like, I don't know why, but every time I see a Asian baby, I just want to smack it in the face. He was like,
they got a face you can slap.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was
That's
like, they just got that face that you could just fucking slap the shit out of him. And I was like, now I'm in the truth. I'm like, yo, that's the spirit. That brother probably, they had him in like hardcore captivity, like them fucking Moabites and Ammon, bro.
Yeah, fucking with him, man. I got a precept, brother, for that. Ezekiel 25:8. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, because that Moab and Seir do say, behold, the house of Judah is like unto all the heathen. Therefore, behold, I will open the side of Moab from the cities and from his cities, which are on his frontiers, the glory of the country, Beth Jamath and Baalmeon and Kerithim, unto the men of the east, with the Ammonites, and will give them in possession, that the Ammonites may not be remembered among the nations.
Right,
So
man.
all of that Japanese history and culture out of the window. Nobody gives a fuck about the samurai, even though it was Jakes that started that. Nobody gonna talk about that.
Damn.
I'm gonna read that in the NLT. It says, "I will hand Moab over to the nomads from the eastern deserts, just as I handed over Ammon. Yes, the Ammonites will no longer be counted among the nations." Man.
That's right. And you have, Ammon, Moab, they're always in where Jake is at. They in the hood with these fucking Chinese restaurants or the
Korean
selling vanity products or women and shit filled with abominations and idol worship, man.
All that wig weaving
wigs,
hair,
all that
shit. That shit is poison for the black woman's hair, man. Especially the Judite woman.
Hell yeah, all the eyelashes, the other shit. The other day I was watching some shit, and they were saying how some eyelash glue or some bullshit had infected a bunch of women, and it was mostly black women and Latino women that are putting it on. Cause why? Cause they buying it from Ammon and Moab, man.
And it's cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap.
It's made with all kinds of chemicals that's not good for the human body. They cancer-causing products, and they don't give a fuck because it's making a buck. It's making a deal. That's why you don't never see so-called Latino or so-called Negro in mass running those industries. It used to in the 80s. They used to. In the 80s, Jake in the 80s and the 70s, Jake had control of a lot of those hair care product industries, and they were a bit better, not great, but they were a bit better. But what ended up happening? The Moabites and Ammonites, they became the plug and the resource, and they cut out the middleman, which was Jake. Yeah. And they went straight direct wholesale, straight to you, and then they put their family members in these stores, and they'll hire a fucking Dominican or a black woman to patrol the store like a fucking pit bull to make sure the other pit bulls ain't stealing.
For real.
Right? Stealing that hair care products, eyelash products and shit. So these nations have learned how to overly exploit Jake. To exploit and overly exploit you. Especially the women. Her simple ass. Right? Because she under them curses. She can't grow a fucking hair like a tennis ball. So she need a wig. So what do? You give her these chemically laced wigs. That's why Elder Apostle Gabar said today. He said that's why they always itching. Their hair is always itching and shit. Right? It's dirty, it's sweaty. I was saying that shit today. I was like, imagine walking around with a hat on 24/7. You go to sleep in that motherfucker. You eat in that motherfucker. You take a shower in that motherfucker. Just got a hat on. Your hair don't get no oxygen. Your scalp is fucking up and dry. It's crazy, man.
Right, man.
You got it, bro.
I was looking for a piece.
Oh, you know what it sound like?
No, I don't remember exactly, but I know it was like in either Isaiah 40.
I'll keep reading this. This is verse Ezekiel 25:11. I will execute judgment upon Moab, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. That's right. It says in the NLT, in the same way I will bring my judgment down on the Moabites. Then they will know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right? And then verse 12. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
That's right.
So you Edomites, that's how the Lord gonna lay that vengeance, because he laid his vengeance on us by your hands. The Lord always used your nations to punish us, right? At particular points in time, right? For our iniquities against him. But when the Lord forgives us of our iniquities and saves us, Lord, when we're part of the elect, he gonna use us to dominate and destroy and punish you nations. Nobody goes unpunished down here. Real quick, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 12. Jeremiah 49, verse 12. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. See, you Edomites, you thought that you were going to go unpunished for what you've done to us, right? You thought it was going to be, it's all good. The Lord forgot. He forgot about what we did to his people. Verse 13, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh, that Basra, remember we talked about Basra, shall become a desolation, and that's America. A reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. Right? Shall be perpetual waste. It says in the NLT, for I have sworn by my own name, saith the Lord Yahweh. Oh, that's you see? By my own name. Showing you the importance of the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. IUIC.
That's right.
Y'all discount the Lord's name because you don't want his people to have that true power. That's why you sticking to that God and Christ shit. Right? Ain't no power in that. So the Lord said he swore by his name that Basra will become the object of horror and a heap of ruins. That's going to be America. That ain't talking about ancient Basra and ancient Edom down there south of Judea. It's talking about America. Okay? It's talking about America. America's going to be made a desolation and a horror. For anybody that see it, you fly over it, it's going to be like, man, this place, this used to be where we were in captivity at. Yep. My bun or boff. Absolutely. And look at it. Look what the Lord did to it. For all his wickedness and evil that it pushed out into the world. For all the wickedness and evil that it did to the Lord's people, his chosen ones, his elect.
That's right. It's like my woman was watching this fucking like a soap opera or whatever the fuck, soap opera on Netflix, and it was about the Spaniards, on how, you know, back in, I don't remember where or what exact time frame during you know, the Spaniards conquering Colombia, you know, they was oppressing the shit out of Judah, man. And it was like they had these Spaniards that kind of looked like somewhat Hispanics, but like lighter. And yeah, like they was just oppressing Judah crazy, bro. So much so that they was fleeing. Like they would give like informational facts or whatever, that Judah had to flee up north, bro, from Colombia. They went up to Mexico and even up into the U.S., bro, because down in Colombia and shit, Esau and, well, mostly it was Edomites, because the Spaniards were Edomites. You know, they was oppressing the shit out of Judah out there, man. Just straight up, you know, wickedness, killing them. You know, they didn't let them go to school, nothing, man.
Yep. Yeah, and that's all these nations could do is oppress us, and they thought they got away with it, man. You talking about 500-600 years of winning, just just doing what the fuck you want to do. Right? And now, you think that judgment ain't supposed to happen unto you? You think that the Lord just say, you know, I just love everybody for now. All right, I judge everybody everybody's cool. Yeah, you got your judgment? Cool. It wasn't that hard as my people, but you all right? No, fuck that. Absolutely not. This is a judgment planet. The earth is a place of judgment.
That's right.
Right? This not a free for all. It might seem that way because of what you have today, but it's not. Every day the Most High's judgment is going forth upon his people and upon you other nations, man. But the Lord's gonna turn it up when he make us the judges now. Now we're gonna be the judges. We're gonna be the ones that make decisions and make protocol and make policy on this planet. And y'all don't want that. Y'all scared to death for that. But who gives a fuck what you want? You don't care what we want.
That's right.
It says, for I have sworn, Jeremiah 49:13 in the NLT, for I have sworn by my own name, saith the Lord Yahweh, by GMSHAWAII, that Basra will become an object of horror and a heap of ruins. It will be mocked and cursed. We're going to be laughing at this place like, see? And it's going to be a cursed place. All its towns and villages will be desolate forever. Nobody's pitching tent here no more. You see how everybody rushing to come here, crying to come here, begging to come here. Ain't nobody going to be coming here no more. The only thing that's going to be here after the smoke clear and the fire died down, it's going to be a desert. It's going to be the biggest desert on the planet Earth that nobody's going to walk in.
That's right.
The only thing that's going to be here is desert creatures and birds. That's it. I've heard the message from the Lord, Yahweh Shai, that an ambassador was sent to the nations to say, form a coalition against Edom and prepare for battle. And that's what's about to happen. This World War III, baby. For all your, remember, when I was in the war, early in the war, it was called George Bush had the Coalition of the Willing, and it was America and a bunch of weak nations that came together because the other nations didn't want to get into the war like that. So you just had America, Britain, or the UK, and then you had these fucking
small little.
Hey, type in the Coalition of the Willing. It was terrible, man. I think Canada might have been in there too. But like China didn't get in there like that. Japan got in there later. Right? So now these nations, they're going to be a coalition against America. It's going to include Russia, Ethiopia, Libya, right? Iran, China. And guess what? America's allies are going to turn on this place. Germany, France, Canada, UK, all of them. And they're going to shoot missiles on this place. Did you find something?
It says, list of countries in the Coalition of the Willing. It says Australia, Austria, Belgium, Canada, Bulgaria, Croatia, Cyprus, Czechia, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Iceland, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Turkey, Ukraine, and United Kingdom.
Yeah, that was a coalition of the willing. That was from 2003, Desert War.
It says the Coalition of the Willing, as it is known, is a coalition of 31 countries which have pledged strengthened support for Ukraine against Russian aggression.
Oh, okay, that's against Russia. No, it was the hold on.
Okay, the Coalition of the Willing in the 2003 Iraq War, led by the U.S., included countries like the UK, Australia, and Poland, with other providing logistical intelligence or political support, but not all U.S. allies supported the invasion.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So in the early days of the Iraq War, the U.S.-led coalition, often referred to as the Coalition of the Willing, primarily consisted of the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, Poland, with smaller contingents from other nations, man.
El Salvador, Honduras.
Yeah, countries that ain't got shit to do with shit.
For real, just bodies. Like,
yeah,
we need bodies to send out there.
That was it.
And when they went to where Jake was at.
Yeah.
Costa Rica, Dominican Republic.
Yeah. I told you a bunch of ain't shit nations, man.
Damn.
Shit, unpowerless nations, man. But just so it can make it sound like they had a coalition of the willing, because not every nation was willing. And when World War III pop off, it ain't gonna be no more coalition of the willing. Let's get that in the precepts where it says the 10 horns. What's that? It might be Revelation 17 and 7, or 17 or 7 and 17.
Revelation 17 and 16.
16. Yeah.
It says, and then, Salakia, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
And that's what these and those allied nations. And we see the trade war happening, and that's what making them real angry. Just last week, the new Prime Minister of Canada said that the past relationships that America and Canada share is no longer. So I don't know what that means. That can mean anything.
Mexico too. They're trying to, block Americans from going to Mexico with just their blue passport and shit.
Now you're gonna have to hit a visa. They're gonna make it tough. And America's allies these countries that like in the G countries or whatever, right? They getting angry at America. So they got the right bastard in office, man. They got they got the right king in office, man. He gonna make America hate it, and it's happening. This is the first year. We got 3 more to go.
It hasn't even been the halfway, and
it's already everybody riled up, man. And it ain't gonna die down. That trade war is serious, man. Let me see something. I typed in, can America's new trade war lead to World War III? It says, will today's trade war lead to World War III? This is from the Telegraph. The current rise of protectionism may be a precursor to World War III. And, this one, I ain't gonna read all of this because it's talking about Kosovo and shit. Before the start of the First World War, great and small powers took a series of steps to hinder the globalization of the 19th century. Well, we are beginning to see similar approach to the globalization of the 21st century. A central tenet of the liberal approach to international relations is that economic interdependency reduces the likelihood of war. And now you got Trump. He's stirring these nations up. So, and World War III is going to happen either way. It has to happen.
That's right.
Because it's prophesied in the scriptures. Both World War I and World War II, as well as World War III, all 3 of them are prophesied in the scriptures. Okay? Whether you believe it or not. Right? War is always good for a good purge too. A good culling. Millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people died in World War I. Millions of people, tens of millions of people died in World War II. Billions of people going to die in World War III. Because it's going to be all-out war. All your men a lot of you men in America going to be sent over there to the war. A lot of you YNs, you want to be a YN nigga, you'll be a YN in the desert, man. And they'll put your ass right in the front. Operation Get Behind the Darkies.
That's right.
Smoke your ass, man. See how tough you niggas really is. And don't cry for your mama. Her fat ass can't save you. There's going to be a lot of women out here with no men. There's already a bunch of women out here with no men. But wait till the war start. Wait till the war go off, man. And it's coming.
That's right.
You got it, brother.
I had found that precept I was looking for, the Wadiha GMSHAWAII. In Jeremiah 25 and 15, it says, the cup of the Lord's anger. It says, for thus saith Yahweh by GMSHAWAII, power of Israel, unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because the sword that I will send among them. Then took I the cup at the Lord's hand and made all the nations to drink unto whom the Lord hath sent me, to wit, Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, and the kings thereof, and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation, and astonishment, and hissing, and a curse, as it is this day. Pharaoh king of Egypt, and his servants, and his princes, and all his people, and all the mingled people, and the kings of the land of Uz, and all the kings of the land of the Philistines, and Ashkelon, and Asa, and Ekron, and the remnant of Ashdod, Edom, and Moab, and the children of Ammon, and all the kings of Tyrus, and all the kings of Sidon, and all the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea, the Dan and Teman, and Buz, and all that are in the utmost corners, all the kings of Arabia, and the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert, and all the kings of Semir, and all the kings of Elam, and of the kings of the Medes, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world, which are upon the face of the earth, and the kings, and the king of Shishak shall drink after them. You see, so Yahweh Shem Yahushai is gonna bring judgment upon all these nations, man. And like we're going into, it's gonna start with that war of Armageddon, but ultimately, you know, even in the kingdom, man, once the kingdom is established, all you nations are gonna have to drink of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Yeah, that first wave of slavery, that first 1,000 years, is gonna be hardcore for you.
That's right.
And it ain't going. And then you after that's over, and Esau is destroyed, you nations get your lands back. Now you're gonna be under the complete thumb and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, King David, and the rest of the elect men, as well as all Israel.
That's right.
Right? And you're gonna be judged to the law. All right. Got it.
Real quick, that first verse in Jeremiah 15 and 25 and 15. That's the first verse I read. In the NLT, it says, "This is what the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the power of Israel, said to me: Take from my hand this cup, filled to the brim with my anger, and make all the nations to whom I send you to drink from it."
And you nations gonna drink from it, man. Absolutely. We drunk from it. We just read that in Jeremiah 49. 49. I'm sorry, brother.
It's a lot, brother, but what the scriptures say, I was a little displeased with my people.
Zechariah 1 and 15.
That's right.
Yeah, you nations, you forward our affliction in ways that we can't even fathom. So what you think gonna happen to you? How you think we feel watching you with your families all together? You ain't really worried about shit, right? You get to play, you get to have your life. You don't think about the Lord. You don't thank the Heavenly Father for your days through His Son, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You don't think nothing. You don't think nothing about it. You get to fly in these private planes and jets, and nobody's stopping you, right? You're not impeded by the economic system. You're not impeded by your health. You're not impeded by the curses. So what you think is going to happen to you? This world wasn't made for you. It was made for us. But yet we're the ones in prison, right? And you nations are free to do whatever the fuck you want to do. Well, guess what? In our kingdom, those days are going to be gone. The days of traveling the world and spreading your fucking philosophies and your evil and your wickedness and your filth, those days are going to be fucking over. You're going to be isolated.
That's right.
You're going to be completely isolated. Your land is going to be where the fuck you live and die. And guess what? You're not going to live forever. So immortality is not going to be in your grasp.
That's right.
You got it, brother.
Zechariah 1 and 15, it says, "And I am very sore displeased with the heathens that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction."
Yeah, the Lord was just a little bit angry with us, but you helped forward our affliction, meaning you put us in a state of constant sin and iniquity. You made sin and iniquity acceptable. And you got our people brainwashed, thinking that's a way of life, when it's a way of death. And you didn't tell our people the truth. You knew we the Israelites. But what? You hid everything from us. Read that in the NLT, Baba Bashar. You hid everything from us, right? You beat us, destroyed us, displaced us, furtherly subject us and oppressed us, right? What more do you want? Go ahead.
Zechariah 1:15 in the NLT. But I am very angry with the other nations that are now enjoying peace and security.
Didn't we just say that? Didn't we just say that? We gotta watch you nations in peace and security. Y'all got armies, y'all got wealth, right? Y'all got shit that we ain't even got.
That's right.
Like we ain't even seen it yet. You got all of this shit. Y'all in peace while we are in fucking chaos, man. I'll be watching it like I always watch those private pilots videos and shit. And I'm like, damn, man, that's a whole nother world. But you got what Jake got to be happy about? Going to prison. What Jake got to talk about? Another nigga that got locked up or killed. We got to worry about a nigga named Young Scooter who got shot in the leg and sent to the spirit world, to the upper room. Who gives a fuck about a Young Scooter? You think the white man worried about a goddamn Young Scooter? How many of their rock stars and entertainers get put to fucking death? Or people they think that are people that look like them get put to death? They don't never hear that shit. Well, every time I turn around, it's R.I.P. this guy, R.I.P. this girl. Right. Oh, we got another angel in heaven for us, man. You niggas walking on you so fucking low level. But these nations, these piece of shit, filthy ass, disgusting ass nations, they get to be in peace, man, and safety. Can you read it again?
Zechariah 1:15. But I am very angry with the other nations.
GMSHAWAII is extremely very angry with these other nations, man. And soon he's going to show that anger.
That's right.
The Lord said he's going to bring an anger on he going to what is it? Such as they've never heard before or something like that. Damn, man. I think it's a Hosea.
Anger for judgments like it. Micah 5 and Micah 5 and verse 15 it says, and I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathens, such as they have not heard.
And in Christianity, you try to have you believe that the heathens don't exist no more. That the word came to the Gentiles, the natural Gentiles. No, man, you still got heathens here. If the Lord's people were here, then the other nations got to be here.
That's right.
So the Lord said he's going to execute vengeance on the heathens, such as they've never heard before, man.
That's right.
That's the kind of vengeance that's coming. Let's go back to Zechariah 1:15 in the NLT.
Zechariah 1:15 it says, but I am very angry with the other nations that are now enjoying peace and security.
Yeah, because you nations got nothing but peace and security. Even with all the shit that's going on in this world. We ain't got peace and security. Our people are always getting mowed down and mopped down, and nobody stands up for us. Nobody gives a fuck. And that's okay, because it's judgment. But guess who's coming? Yahawah, the son of the power. He cares about his elect. Because we got to bear with this shit down here too. We get confused for a nigga that's in the world. When you see our visage, y'all all the same. We're not the same. Like Elder Priest Sabora said in his video, we are not the same. Fuck you 2/3, man.
That's right.
We don't give a shit about y'all. Y'all hate the Lord. Do not I hate those that hate thee. I hate them with a perfect hatred, man.
That's
you
right.
see? So we got to bear with this, and we get oppressed down here. We're oppressed right now. We catching all kinds of hell, heathens, raising up on us and shit. You know what I'm saying? Magnifying themselves against us. But it's okay. We'll bear the Lord's indignation till he plead our cause, because I have sinned against him. And that's okay, but guess what? When the Lord flex on you, it's going to be a wrap. Let's get that one in the Apocrypha said 1,000 times more. When he chastened us, he scourges his enemies 1,000 times more. You nations are the enemies of GMSHAWAII. And you're going to find that out when the wrath comes, man. Because day 0 of the kingdom, sucks to be you.
That's right.
Sucks to be fucking you. Remember, we had to witness. They were proud to be these heathens and shit. Yeah. They're proud, magnify themselves. And that day, when day 0 of the kingdom start, woo-wee, man, it's gonna be over for you, man.
That's right.
It's gonna be over for you, man. Especially you Edomites, especially you Amalekites, man. It's gonna suck to be y'all. You got it, brother.
There's Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 22. It says, therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourges our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy.
Leave it. Yeah. So that's what we look for, mercy. You nations don't look for no mercy. The scripture says the Most High will have no mercy on those that showed no mercy.
No mercy, that's right. Yeah, and on Esau especially, man.
Yep.
Yeah, well, in Jeremiah, that precept in Jeremiah 25 and 15, it said, "Take this cup filled with my anger to the brim." So
was it equal 25 and 15?
Jeremiah
25
and 15.
Jeremiah
in the NLT.
25 and 15 in the NLT. Yep.
Is it 25?
This is what the Lord, GMSHAWAII, the power of Israel, said to me. Take from my hand this cup filled to the brim with my anger, and make all the nations to whom I send you to drink from it, man.
So the Lord's anger is on man's level, man, towards these nations.
Man, he said, I'm angry with the wicked every day too.
That's right.
So, hey, he said, fill it to the what? Fill it to the brim with my anger, and make all nations to whom I send you drink from it, man. And so none of you nations are gonna get a break. You Edomites gonna get it the worst, but none of you nations are gonna get it. All you nations are gonna drink of that. We drink of it. Give me Lamentations 4 and 21. Start at 21.
Lamentations 4 and verse 21. Yeah. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked."
Yeah, you want your sins are going to be exposed. See, right now you got the narrative, controlling the narrative in this world, and you get to hide those sins, and you get the front and act like you're such a righteous people, you're upstanding people, you're law-abiding, God-fearing people. In reality, you're none of those things. Down. Go ahead, brother. Keep reading.
Verse 22, Lamentations 4 and 22. "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins."
He's going to visit you. And when the Lord visits you, it ain't going to be a nice knock on the door. When the Lord visits you, it ain't going to be a pamphlet and daisies handing out. It's going to be straight up judgment, man. And I'll be damned if you call any of I'll be damned if you call any of those idols that you call gods in that day. Go ahead and try to call for Ali Akbar. Go ahead and try to call for Buddha, Hare Krishna, Jesus Christ. Watch what happened to you.
You're gonna get a worse death.
Worse death. And then we're gonna bring you back to life and put you to work. See, we're going to have something that Esau didn't have when he was judging us. We're going to have something that you nations didn't have when y'all were judging us. Spiritual powers. We're going to be gods on this earth, man. We're going to take control of you. We're going to destroy you. We're going to ball you the fuck up. And then we're going to ball you up like a piece of paper and make you unravel like a piece of paper. And make you work with all those fucked up wrinkles and tears on you, bro. Watch. It's going to be wild out here for y'all.
That's right.
Y'all had centuries and millennia. Y'all destroyed us constantly. You never showed us no mercy. Never. Y'all wouldn't even let us come through y'all land. Y'all wouldn't even give us no water or bread. We was coming through out of Egypt, man. What you think's gonna happen to y'all when it's our turn?
Right.
You got it, brother.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 20. It says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Yep.
And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariots and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid, I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces husbandman and his yoke of oxen.
So the Lord ain't gonna use no gun, no bomb, no missile. He gonna use us. We're gonna be the weapons.
That's right.
And we're gonna be eviscerating all y'all, man, woman, child, beast, all of you getting it. Go ahead.
And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers.
Yep, captains and rulers. Yep, your kings.
And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evils that they have done in Sion in your sight, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah. So y'all gonna get it, man. Get
right.
Psalms 137 and wait, 137 and 7.
Psalms 137 and verse 7. It says, remember, O Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
The Lord's gonna remember you. He ain't forget. Go ahead.
Who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Keep reading.
O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed.
America.
Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
We're gonna be happy to reward you the way you served us. Go ahead.
Oh, happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones.
Yep. And we're gonna do that to y'all little ones. We're gonna find the smoothest, biggest stone and take them big head Edomite kids and grab it by the fucking leg, smash their fucking head on the fucking stone. And y'all don't want to hear that kind of stuff. Who gives a fuck? You did it to our people, alligator babies. You smashed out little ones in the northern kingdom's heads on the grounds and slit the women's stomach open. They had a bet, or which one is a girl, which one's a boy. Then a baby fall out the womb and you stomp the head. That's straight up hatred, bro.
That's right.
What you think was gonna happen to y'all? You thought that shit was over? We're gonna get medieval on your asses, man.
That's right.
That was it on that. And so with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash.
Double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders. Shalom to the elect. Hey, shalom.
Hey, shalom.